welcome everyone. Today I have a 2023 GMC Yukon Denali Ultimate in midnight blue metallic. Of course, these all have the Alpine Umber interior. Beautiful ride. The Yukon Denali Ultimate gives you the Vader chrome accents in the grille, and along with the dark chrome accents in other places. The Vader chrome's kind of interesting. It kind of gives you like the smoky, kind of cloudy, dark black kind of chrome to it. Absolutely beautiful vehicle with a stunning grille. This is one when you pull up, it just really is a head turner. Up front here we have our camera for part of our surround vision. That's tied in with some cameras on your side view mirrors as well. Nice looking LED headlights and accent lights along with fog lights. You get 22-inch specific Denali Ultimate wheels on this one. This is fresh off the truck. I apologize, it's not shined up as good as it could be. There's that side view camera as part of that surround vision, and of course we have side blind zone alert. Side blind zone alert gives you a couple features overall with the vehicle. There's some radar in the back bumper there. That will look for, of course, cars in your blind spot and will light up bright yellow. Also, if you turn your blinker on, it has what's called lane change alert. So if someone's rapidly approaching your blind spot, it will flash a light at you, maybe show you that there's a car rapidly coming up somewhere, 50 to 100 feet back, and just give you a little bit better idea if you're on the highway and keep you from pulling right out in front of someone, zooming and smashing into the back of you. Lastly, that back radar also looks when you're in reverse. We'll see if there's cars coming from either side, whether you're backing out of your driveway, or it's really handy at the grocery store if you can't see around the car you're backing out next to. So a couple neat features. That's the same across anything on a GMC product you see with side blind zone alert as well. The midnight blue paint really is a rich color. Sometimes it looks black, other times you see the blue come out. Got the dual exhaust on both sides here. Again, some more of the Vader chrome accents. And here you have two cameras. One of those is for your rear view camera mirror, the other for your backup camera. In the back end here, this one is the regular length, it's not the XL, so if you are planning on using it with 6 or 7 people regularly and taking long trips, I recommend getting a car top carrier and having the hassle of that, or just going to an XL. In the back here we have power folding seats, so you can simply push the button here. They will fold down completely. Right now that seat's all the way back and lean back a little so it didn't go, but you can see I can pull it back up with the button there too. The second row has power release seats. You can press it once, it will fold. Press it again, it all folds down. Then you have a nice household outlet back here too, and subwoofer back here is part of the Bose sound system. This one has an 18 speaker Bose Centerpoint performance sound system, which is really cool. I'll show you a little bit more about that in a minute. I'm just showing you outside the vehicle here. These running boards are power. You see that white strip? That's actually LED light, so at nighttime when you walk up, it will illuminate the ground for you and give you a good puddle lamp. Again, just seeing side blind zone alert, another side view camera, and of course we have turn signals built in the mirrors here as well, along with GMC badging on the fender. So hopping inside here, get an absolutely beautiful interior on these. Everything really just goes in to making GM's best possible SUV on the GMC segment here. Down to, they call this fractal stitching. You'll see this along your armrests and along the seat bottoms and on up to the top of the seat. This is very beautiful. Overall, you got some Bose speakers up here as part of that 18 speaker sound system. Now these speaker grates, to show you something, are all stainless steel. Now it's not just because it's a premium material and it looks cool. They actually go to the point of not wanting that speaker grill to distort when sound goes through it. Plastic can bend, the stainless steel does not, so there's less warping and distorting of your sound. So just showing that they're going to that nth degree. Now on the seat backs here, you can see I have a nice Denali Ultimate badge. It has Mount Denali's GPS coordinates, and then also the press inlay here that you have here is actually topical graphical maps of Mount Denali area, which is really cool. They also have it etched on the other side there, so really neat stuff. Coming across the dash, you do get the Denali style all horizontal dash. You don't get the floating screen like you do on the SLTs and that type of thing. A couple things here, you see I have my off-road mode and my little up-down button here. This will actually show me that the vehicle has air ride. So I can actually hit this button here and it will show me that I can adjust for easy exit ground clearance. I can go up to normal. I can even go up to an increased ground clearance. So So that will, the increased ground clearance will raise it up an inch. The easy exit entry decreases it an inch, or you could even go here as you can see when I hit the button, there's a third off-road setting. That one you have to be in 4 low for, so that means you're only going to be doing less than 30 miles an hour. Not something you'd regularly use, but if you're getting stuck, it gives you that extra inch to crawl out. That gives you 2 inch over stock. Now the other part of that air suspension too is it will actually drop down about 3/4 of an inch when you're at highway speed to increase the aerodynamics and save you in fuel economy, which is pretty neat. Other than that, you can twist this mode button without using your suspension adaptation. You got off-road mode, tow haul, and sport and normal. Got gauge brightness here, fog light control, regular light control, trailer brake controller. Also have a really neat thing here. We have our 360-degree view camera button. This button I love because there's a lot of times you're in the vehicle and you're thinking, man, did I make it my parking spot or not? You hit your 360 camera here and all of a sudden it pulls up my camera views. This right now, my door is open, so let me show you how this works. So you can see I'm not getting the feed from the driver's side door. Now I am. So this is really neat. I can see if I'm in my parking spot or not. Also with my grid lines, I can turn them on or off to where I have trailering, grid lines or none. So right now, the last thing I was in drive. You can see how this actually plots out exactly where my car would be going. Now when I go to reverse, you can see it shows right where it would swing through. So if people aren't comfortable with parallel parking, that's an absolutely awesome feature, or just seeing if you're in the lines here or not. A couple other camera views you can get to here. You can do your looking over the back of the vehicle, looking over the front of the vehicle. This one looks at the sides. You can see wherever these shaded areas are showing are actually where the cameras are looking. So this is looking backward here, or excuse me, frontward, and then I can hit the backward side here. So pretty neat stuff if you're in a close parking spot. Look, you can even see my wheels turn. It's pretty neat. Then of course an up close ball view here if you're backing up to a trailer. So pretty neat stuff overall. I just love that we have that quick button right there to be able to do so. Next to that, you have your parking sensors you can turn on and off. You can disable the automatic stopping. This is your lane keep assist with lane change alert. This vehicle can park itself. You can have it search for parking spots. It can parallel park or back in for you. Have hill descent control and traction control off. Now I have heads-up display up that I can move up or down here to adjust my info or my brightness on it. It normally doesn't show up too well on the display here, but you can see this one's an inclinometer. It shows you what type of inclines you're doing side to side, your steering angle. Got your regular speed, which would show a speed limit next to you. Your driver assistant shows that you're in your lane properly, if you're following too close, that type of thing. And your navigation, where this will show you. Right now you can see I'm pointed northeast, going 0 miles per hour. Now the navigation is neat too. When you actually have a route active, it will tell you how far away you are from your next turn, the name of your turn, which way you're turning to. So makes it so you don't have to take your eyes off the road when you're navigating unfamiliar territory. It's awesome if you get in some bad city traffic too. Looking at the steering wheel here, you can see I'm equipped with Super Cruise on this one by the light bar here and my infrared camera. The infrared camera is going to actually actively look at your eyes when your adaptive cruise is going. So GM, you don't have anything where people are hanging 5-pound weights on a steering wheel, get it, drive themselves, and they're going and taking a nap. They're actually watching, making sure you're being safe. You can take your eyes off the road for a pretty decent amount of time, but it will alert you if you've been looking away too long to look at the road. If you don't respond, this car will actually get to the point it alerts you again. Again, no response. It will pull over to the side of the road and call OnStar for an emergency for you. So in case there is a medical emergency, it's still got your little guardian angel there. So that Super Cruise button's right here that you can activate that right next to your regular cruise control. This here, you can even adjust your following distance. One more thing about the Super Cruise I'd like to point out, it works mostly on highways. There are more roads being added, but it completely is autonomous. You take your hands and feet off the wheel, it really reduces how bad it sucks to take a trip down the highway. It changes lanes, it hits the brakes, it gets you to your exit, it does absolutely everything for you. So it is really awesome. It's like having a chauffeur. Have my voice command buttons here, pick up the phone, hang up the phone, or press and hold. Press it, I can get to my built-in vehicle Google stuff. through the infotainment, or I can long press it and get to my iPhone, talk to Siri, or if you use Android, whatever voice service you have there. One of the things I like to point out on this, we have our volume on the back side here. That's also a quick mute button, which is really neat if you're at the drive-thru or that type of thing. And then this center four-way will actually go through. You can change your gauges, what's showing up. You can have your XM, your radio show up there, your navigation, info from your phone, and you can even change these layouts too to decide what you want to have show on the left, the right side, or you can change the whole design of it overall. So really neat stuff there. Right here you see we have open pore wood along the whole interior of the car. One of the cool things with this open pore wood, it's gosh, I forget, it's Paldeo wood is how it's pronounced correctly, I believe. So it's actually an open pore wood. They get it from the Philippines and the area around there, New Guinea. So it's actually shipped from the other side of the world, but it's really a craftsman wood. You get real authentic open pore wood that absolutely looks great. This one actually has, again, my Mount Denali coordinates and the topographical map of Mount Denali. So you can see, you guys are probably seeing a theme here. And again, same thing across the doors with the fractal stitching and everything there. Infotainment, you can do absolutely everything with here. I think I've shown you guys enough of that before. You do have your triple zone climate control. I can hit right here, turn my rear on and off, or adjust my rear side climate at a quick press of a button. Heated and cooled seats. And right there you see I hit my rear climate. I can adjust that here. These are dampened quite nicely for your access to your wireless phone charging, USB port, and the other stuff. Now this one also has a power motorized center console that I can adjust right up top here off my switch. Now you might be saying, Joe, why do I care about a center console that's motorized? Well, check this out. You can actually motorize this back. I do have pretty good storage space in here, and then also I have a little hidden storage for the thinner stuff. Now that's pretty neat because, number one, that will give you a little bit of secure storage when you're in valet mode. Now the other thing is you also have a lot closer cup holders for your rear seat passengers. You can also slide this armrest further forward or back, and the ladies have a nice spot to put their purse there too, which is something that a lot of my female clientele really seems to like, or guys that might have handbags. But here you can see now I actually have really easy access to my drinks, to my third climate control zone here. I have my heated seats, I have my HDMI in ports. There's actually 2 ports, so you don't have to fight over which kid gets to plug in their own stuff into the rear seat entertainment. Even a power outlet out there, and yeah, climate zone heated seats for the second row seats. These rear seat entertainment's really cool. You can see it. We have Hulu, YouTube Kids built in. You got your HDMIs in, so you could even plug in a different smart stick or streaming service or video games in the meantime, which is really, really cool. And you each get to choose your own stuff. There's no fighting about who gets to watch the movie they wanted. In the back here too, you see again just a beautiful work on the upholstery, the topographical map, the fractal stitching, the piping, the French seam stitching on the side. I mean, just overall great craftsmanship in this vehicle. Again, got the open pore Paldeo wood, armrest, stainless steel speaker grates, and check this out. They go to the nth degree and put the topographical map on the seat backs. How wild is that? Second row, you can slide forward and back. You can also pull here. That will fold my seat down flat, which would match up just perfectly with my third row seat. If I'm getting in the back, I can flip this up quite easily as well. Again, the third row, all the amenities, the same topographical map, beautiful stitching. I wouldn't mind sitting in this third row. Got my high-speed USB charging back there. And you notice up here, we even have a 3-point style safety belt. So if you're stuck in the middle, it actually goes to the middle here. And then you have a 3-point harness. Now that also will stow completely back up into the roof of the vehicle. if you don't have people sitting back there. It makes it easy to go up and down. Have my my aimable vents for the top, and they do have separate floor vents back there too. So overall, this vehicle is absolutely awesome. It's the pinnacle of GM engineering on an SUV. The only thing that you're really gonna get that could be any more premium, this is really going up to Cadillac Escalade. This has more features than a lot of the lower package of Escalades do. So really it comes down to which brand you want to drive. Do you love the Vader Chrome, the toughness of the Yukon Denali, or do you want the class of the Escalade that it brings you? The midnight blue paint here is definitely an interesting color. You can see it's been kind of overcast for this video, but I got a little bit of sun peeking through. So this really will, I'm trying to get a decent view of showing where you can see that blue metallic come out. But you do see it come out. It's kind of more of a bright sun thing. A lot of people are going to look at it and think it's black, but it's something that gives you a different look to it with the chrome accents and everything. I do actually really enjoy the paint color on this one. Here you can kind of see that blue coming out. And just a really rich color combination. So if you guys have any other questions about this vehicle, shoot me a comment. I'd be happy to weigh in, let you know a little bit more. I think that's pretty thorough on this one. So till next time, you guys, if you enjoyed the vehicle, please subscribe to my channel and see the new stuff that's coming out, and give me a like.